entirely alone, and there's someone else who has a team of both a management team and a team of advisors. So the likelihood that they will be able to carry out what they want to carry out is probably higher. But you'll see they've actually, prepared to tell you, and of course how they present and how they come along, because it is at the end of the day.
He'll be your timekeeper. He will just give you a hands up when your time is up. Okay? Alright, so you can come here, you can do a tech check, you can get your presentation checked. Is everything...
It's all up.
So, a very good evening, jury. I am Amandeep Srivastava. I am one of the co-founders of Israe Technical Innovations Private Limited. Basically, we are developing a SaaS-based software which is called Agree Agriculture Monitor for proper satellite-based AI solution for agriculture. This is the team. No, I am looking for. I'm tech in artificial intelligence and SaaS-based softwares. I'm looking for satellite-based image processing from last 4 years, I think. And I have second co-founder, Ms. Anjali Srivastava. She is looking as she's an MBA in finance, looking for the finance of the company. We have 4 other team members. One more co-founder, Mr. Mohit Kumar. In the today's scenario, we are solving a problem in agriculture. Agriculture is a word which is very famous in the startup now. EdTech, everyone is doing EdTech. But due to high cost hardware technology, the marginal farmers can't afford that. We are developing such technologies for even the marginal farmer can afford at a very low cost. We are very, very keen on this part that yearly basis 12.8% of the total 12.8% of the total crop damage is being done through the agriculture damage through the lack of monitoring of the technologies. I'm coming to the part where we are developing solutions. The solution here is a complete hardware independent smart cultivation monitoring where the software gives solution of crop yield prediction, soil moisture prediction, field quality, water, and eliminates the complete hardware cost that is very highly costly for the marginal farmer. This is the Agrimo. It provides the insights, predictions, and the real value of crop yield, crop damage, crop quality, crop water management cycles, and soil health and quality field report. This is a mobile application. I'm very glad we completed the mobile application today only, and it's showing data of a live site. You can see here that so we are targeting a market of near about serviceable optimal market of near 123 million USD in the next coming 5 years, geographically covered, where our core customer segments are national crop trader organizations, commercial farmers, and also the commercial agriculture companies. The revenue plan. Basically we have 3 pipelines for the revenue. Concentrated on the 2 first, though the 2 first pipelines we are concentrated. That is subscription-based model, mobile application revenue, and the geo advisory sale report. Coming to the part, the expansion part, where initially for the first 2 years we are targeting national crop trading associations and sugar mills, and after that, we're having a very good revenue, we will be targeting the marginal farmers and the agriculture companies. So, coming to the unit economics, we have 2 software models till now. First is for the national crop traders and second is for the sale up to the sugar mills. We have initial traction. We have a traction of near about 22,200 USD in only 1 quarter of sale. So, USP of the technology. Talking about the USP, although satellite image processing is there, companies are doing the same work. But on the USP part, we are developing it on a very affordable scale, highly affordable for the farmers, also for the the corporate agriculture companies. Very fast update for the farmers. We have an update frequency of 2 days only, and complete hardware-less technology. The cell is down. So we have direct, indirect competitors. We have but we are better in the cost. Update frequency is quite higher, and also we provide the CO2 emission data and the land degradation report, which returns to the farmer in a way that the companies and farmer can have a better decision about the soil judgment and the crop judgment. We have a ask of near about 100K USD, and that will be mostly utilized in R&D platform and the security of the APIs. For the initial 2 years, we are on B2B model. After that, we will go on the B2C model. We will be providing the mobile application to the marginal farmers so that they can have the reports at a very low cost. This is our network till now. We are incubated with STPI Mohali here in Mohali. We are a Nexus graduate by the United States of America Embassy on the 3rd of December this month. And this is how the customer says. One of the customers from Sugar Mill, he has reduced 35% of the purchase cost. And he is Mr. Ajay Srivastava, everybody knows that, because he is the head of the STPI Mohali, and he is looking for our tech development part 2. Thank you so very much. I'm open for question and answer.
Well, you've gained a couple of minutes for questions because it only took you the batteries in the remote meanwhile. And members of the jury, any questions?
So, how do you look at it? Would you be?
So till now we have 3 co-founders, so they are employed already, 3 team members and 6 freelancers who are working together. So these are the employment policy till now on only in the MVP stage. For the employment part, we are targeting a team of near about 21 people that is already being segmentized with the HR kind of policy. That 21 people will be hired in coming next 12 months with the funding support.
So are you going to be giving some representation to women as well?
Definitely, sir. Our half of the co-founding team is women, and till now we have in 9 people we have 6 female workers.
In the field. Like I'm a farmer.
Yeah.
So for example, I am in a rural Taran Taran or somewhere, where I need your software. And would you also be having people to go and convince them about what your whole idea is all about? Because farmers are not very easy to convince.
I know. Actually, I'm a serial entrepreneur. It's my second venture in agri-tech. I'll explain to you very well. In PAU, Punjab Agriculture University, we have a department of engineering where the skill development department is in front of that office. We are collaborated with the PAU part, PABI part, Punjab Agri-Business Incubator with Karanvir Gill to have the interns from that particular engineering background, agri-tech engineering background, so we can deploy them in the fields to discuss the things. It's not about only females, even the male students can also go and they can volunteer also and get the stipend from our company.
So just one question, the list of competition which you listed there, which is the biggest and how big is them?
So I'll come to the India one first. Satyuk is there in India. Satyuk is doing the same work, but it's now in more advisory part. They're using sensors also, drone imagery also, very cost intensive business. And on the international level, the biggest customer is EOFactory.ai.
How big is the first one in Indian?
In India, they have a valuation of near about more than 350 million USD. They have started with Manage Hyderabad, and they have a valuation of more than 350 million USD. They got recently funded.
Based on sales, valuation based on revenue.
On the basis of revenue, sir, they have.
Thank you very much.
We have a
Do we have time?
In 2 minutes. In 10 minutes.
2 minutes have passed, but one quick question.
Okay. What is the distributor channel that you are planning to do for this?
Sir, we have adopted 2 distributor channels. One is the Sugar Mill Association in India. There are 9,576 sugar mills working in our region, which can be covered by us. So there is an organization. This is a basic organization for sugar mills. We are targeting that first. From that, we have got one order. And there is a second channel of revenue that will be state agriculture universities, because they have the biggest network of any kind of FPO they have.
Business model with percentage. What is the business model with them?
Business model with us or with them?
Between you to the organization.
The first we are talking in terms of royalties, revenue sharing part, and second is the academic institution. So most probably they will go for the incubation kind of support.
Okay, and how many?
To the other companies. So we will thank Amandeep
Yes.
and thank Agro.
Thank you.
And
you so
move
much.
on to the next.
So before we move, have everyone scored? Give
Now
your
everyone
scores.
please
Yeah.
score the.
Okay.
So Banthan, you can, the next
ready.
startup,
He's ready.
so just give him a...
The second presentation.
Yeah. So your time starts now.
Up. The projector is above you.
Sir,
The projector is on the roof.
okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Govind Sonone, and I'm founder of AgriWaste Private Limited Company. Actually, my company are working in. Hello. Actually, my company are working in waste management. Actually, we manage the agri-waste crop residues, because if you see, in our India, the agri-waste crop residues generate in a more quantity, 350 million ton. Okay, so that's why actually we decided, why not we. Hello.
Continue without
Okay.
mic.
So that's why actually we trying to why not we solve this problem also, because that's what actually we meet the low cost biochar machine. I will show in the next slide to you. So introduction about my team member. My qualification is MSc Electronics and Telecommunications. My wife qualification is BSc in Chemistry, and it's my advisor and mentor, Mr. Manvin Singh Chadda from IIT Delhi. The problem statement actually here. Yes, ma'am. The problem statement is actually we are showing here to we are our mission on the fight to climate change, and we converting each and every kind of agri-waste crop residues into valuable products, means a biochar. You can see here actually corn cob actually we process after we got it, the corn cob is a biochar, pure biochar here. Hello. Hello.
Just take it
Just
off.
take it off.
This is the my actually innovation here. You can see here. Hello.
Yeah, we hear you.
You can see here actually. It's my first prototype. You can see this prototype actually we added these crop residues. Okay. Then after this machine actually I again is modified in final products here actually. So you can see here is a flame is a big flame, okay, but it's a final machine. The flame is a small flames and without smoke. You can see here actually very well. That means during a process, not smoke is coming out, and not flame is much more. Actually here machine specifications, and I am showing to you. These are other existence machines here. If we see here that the other existence machines, the high cost machine, if you see the other machines, this cost is so high, require external source, and it's not able to convert every kind of biomass to charcoal. It's convert just wood chips. Okay, wood chip, then wood is only one convert the charcoal. Not easy to carry, require skilled person. And my machines here you can see actually low cost machine, not require external source. So why? Because my machines are working in a lean oxygen process. That means here we controlling the oxygens. Okay, it's an old method of India. So that's why actually my machine not require external source here, and it's able to convert every kind of biomass to charcoal. Even if we add in this machine as a dry leaves, but also is able to convert the biocharcoal without any problem. The easy carry to anywhere and not require skilled person. It's main specification my machine. Now I am telling you actually charcoal uses, where the charcoal uses are mainly. So you can see actually the water treatment, water purification also using, air pollution also using, wood and beverage, energy storage, gold extraction, chemicals and petroleum and gas purification also using in a more quantities of biocharcoal. So actually what is my business model? You can see actually my business model is, that means I am first target these self-help groups of women, because these all women or farmers is working in the ground levels. Okay, because if you see the bulk quantity the agri-waste crop residues are available in the rural area. So that's why actually I decided that I will sell my machines these women or farmers. Okay, and I will also help them to teaching the how with the charcoal again convert the another products, that means incense sticks, okay, briquettes and etc products. And we also tie with the NGO. The NGO also will be help for me selling to my machines in the local areas. And those products farmers or women will be make products, final products of biochar. So those products again I actually buy back, and these products actually I sell the another companies in a big companies. Now currently I have provisional patent apply. Ask here 70 lakh rupees. Fund utilization actually you can see here. The 30% will use for making a biochar machines, 30% will use for raw material and future products, 15% will use for R&D, and 15% marketing and trials, and 10% will be used for infrastructures. The actually market size here is the one of the most important thing here actually. The product is only one, okay, but the market capture is a big and is a big game in the future. So you can see the charcoal market is just in over in India $600 million, okay, and charcoal, because if you see, if you make the charcoal package from the charcoal, the market capture also increasing, that is $95 million. Carbon black also is a big game, because carbon black also using for the semiconductors, okay, and carbon credit is a big actually is a market here. If I even just 10% market I cover is a 6 million out of, then my company will be revenue will be make this $60 million company in 5 years if I got is a perfect health. Here just I am trying to show you actually how way I am giving the training to women, okay, for charcoal making, from the charcoal the products. The big players clients in my if you see in India, the big players clients here actually Birla Carbon India Private Limited, Activated Char Product Private Limited, Agro Organic Limited, Core Carbon Private Limited, Kalpaka Chemicals Private Limited, Khan Carbon Private Limited, and Philips Carbon Black Limited. Because this company, these all companies require the carbon black. Okay. So it's my some achievement. 75K. I got it Renewable Energy Project of the Year grant from IIT Delhi. 4 lakh rupees for making advanced machines, and now I am also incubated from the IIT Delhi currently. KSIL from got it 80K is a district level Krishi Sadnawar I got it, and we will be getting 25 lakh rupees in the next month from the Ludhiana Punjab Agriculture University, and I also selected the 3rd round for Shark Tank. It's my sum actually is published in the newspaper.
So his time is up.
Thanks a lot,
right?
Thanks a lot.
Time is up.
You
No,
giving
it's
me
fine
chance
now.
present.
That was his 1 minute, he knows that. Thank you.
2 minutes for questions.
2 minutes for
Jury.
questions.
2 minutes, yeah,
Jury.
please.
So this biochar is a very old way of making the drum kind of a thing.
Yes, sir.
So have you also seen what are the emissions, correct? So if it's torrefied, then it's tar gas which is coming out, or if it's pyrolysis, then also gases will come out. So as you scale up or you distribute more of these kilns, pollution will become a challenge in these kind of things. Some people use these gases internally, but this looks like that gases are coming out from your system.
No, sir. Actually, gas is not coming by, because why you can see that time is process. This smoke is not going upside. This smoke is going top side to bottom side. This technology actually I use here. Therefore, sir, actually here is remain just only one pure flame, not gas evolved, because the sulfur oxide and carbon monoxide is burned on 4 degrees Celsius. So that's why, sir, gases actually the open burning in air, the pollution is so less in these machines. Actually, just 80% is saving the pollution. This machine.
And different biomass will be used in different ways at different temperatures. So have you tested what all biomasses you have tested here, and
Yes, sir.
What's the cost of the machine?
Yes, sir. Surely I tested here. If I make the charcoal cost will be actually get just 2 rupees per kg. I try to each and every kind of waste. That times I final these machines are actually.
I have a very different question. You and your wife, who else is there in the team?
Sir, actually now currently I have no my wife and I am and just advisor now currently, because I belong to small village. Okay, that's why, sir, actually not supporting, and you know that we will be in a village, not any anyone considered to persons. Okay, so that's why now currently I only one.
And is this concentrated to your village with the self-help group and?
Yes, sir. Now I currently 60 women I will give the training in the next month. Chhattisgarh. This image I shown you, Chhattisgarh, sir.
Your time is up.
Thank you very
Thank you very
much.
much.
Thanks a lot of because you giving me chance. It's my first time presentation. I am really so appreciated. Okay, thanks a lot of.
Thank you.
Thank you
very
so much, Govinda. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're wonderful. Thank you.
Please let me know when your scores are done.
You can
You
get
control
the
it.
next person in and give them the
Meanwhile,
microphone and the clicker. That saves a minute. Yeah?
So so you can call him. बुला लो. अच्छा. You are Paramveer Singh? Alright, are you ready? Okay. Go mic level before I use the tech.
Ladies and
So we
gentlemen
have
of the jury,
pi-
can we get started with the next
Yes.
one? Are you finished grading? Yes. Yes?
So we have Paramveer Singh with us from Equanet Biosciences. So Paramveer, your time starts now.
Good evening to all. My name is Dr. Paramveer Singh. I have completed my PhD in aquaculture from Punjab Agriculture University, Ludhiana. After the completion, I have started my fish farm near about Ropar because I belong to Mohali, and I have started my farm with 25 acres. And with the experience of near about 5 years after that, I have observed that we have a lack of technology transfer in fisheries specialties. So we have started this company with the name of Equanet Biosciences, and we have some taglines for the farmers that produce healthy and grow wealthy, and one hope, one chance, we are providing you a productive start. These are their team members. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I am a co-founder and CEO of Equanet Biosciences. And second of all, Mr. Gaurav Shankar Tripathi, who is the co-founder and team leader of Equanet Biosciences, and Mr. Devtanu Burman as a marketing partner with us. And third one is a Haryana, who is working at a AIT Thailand Institute, which is working on aquaculture on a very vast scale. And the more important thing is the technical advisors. We have a very vast experienced scientist with us as a technical advisors. First of all, Mr. Dr. Sunil Kumar Nayak from CIFE Mumbai, and second of all, Dr. Rachna Gulati as an advisor with 28 experience in aquaculture. Moreover, Mr. Girish Tripathi as the assistant director of fisheries in Uttar Pradesh. Now I would like to introduce my technology. We have developed world first oxygen pressure based hatchery concept just to produce the fish seed. Why we developed this? Because throughout the northern India, I would like to talk about the whole over the India. Only West Bengal is the state who is delivering whole fish seed throughout the India. Not even another, we haven't an example of another state. So there is a need to develop low cost hatcheries, because in India still there is a small scale farmers as comparison to the large scale fish farmers. And the another thing is that with this help we are developing fish seed production, healthy seed production, and sustainable technology with less space and more production, environment friendly, preventing genetic inbreeding depression, and moreover water conservation also. So what is the innovative in our technology? Merits of our technology is that it is eco-friendly. Why it is eco-friendly? Because we are utilizing a pressure, oxygen pressure in it, and cheap as comparison to the existing hatcheries. And moreover, the important thing is that less labor intensive. Only one person can operate whole this system. The most important thing is that easy to installation and simple design, because we have a uneducated farmer in fisheries as comparison to the agriculture. And portable, easy to operate, because after the operation it is easy to clean. The most important thing, USP, we have developed, that required less utilization of electricity, simple work design, and the most important thing, low cost. The another thing, the current fish status in northern India. If I am talking about the current status, then near about the 20,000 farmer in northern India, and medium scale near about the 8,000 farmer, and fish seed supplier near about the 200. And most important thing, we have focused on that fish species that contributing near about the 87% fish production throughout the India. These are the Indian major carps, and we are still lacking on that platform. And the most important thing, Only 50 professional fish seed producing hatcheries available in northern India. You know about the how many states in northern India, and only 50 seed producing hatcheries here because of the high cost investment, near about 25 lakh rupees. But our technology is with 2 lakh rupees only. The another thing is tech validation, and another achievement that we have got from the government sector. We have got 20 lakh rupees funding from Agriculture Business Incubation Center, and moreover we have patent applied for this, and we have trialed our technology in Central Institute of Fisheries Education Mumbai and Central Institute of Freshwater Aquaculture Bhubaneswar. We have also private tie-ups to conduct the trials, how it will work and how it is efficient for the farmers. And moreover, we got a Young Scientist Award from the Nepal Agriculture University. The another thing is that current status of our technology. Currently, we have deployed our technology in every maximum states of northern India. First of all, I am talking about the Haryana. We have installed this technology on Hisar. Another is a Punjab. That is my own farm. And we have a partner. That name is Nanda Sani. And another is a Himachal Pradesh on the farm of Karan Joshi, Uttar Pradesh also, and Madhya Pradesh also. The another thing is that we have a competitors, but our technology requires less space, less water consumption, less cost as comparison to other, and seed production is more as comparison to the another hatcheries. I think it is not working. Marketing connections. I am talking about the marketing connections. We have 3 strategies to develop the marketing. So first of all, government institutes. Second of all, Econet marketing policies. And third of all, private limited companies. I would like to start with the government institutes. We have a MOU officially we signed with Hisar Agriculture University and ABIG. We have also tied up with the New Hope. This is a Chinese company. We have an early traction with more than 1,000 customers and 1,000 farmers. Those are really interested in our hatchery. Revenue generated during the initial stage of project, we have generated near about the 20 lakh rupees with the investment of 25 lakh rupees. During the second year, we have generated near about the 25 lakh rupees revenue during the 2022 this year, and total IRR is 48%. And this is our upcoming project to the upcoming year to develop this, means to introduce this technology in front of 50 to 100 farmers, 200 to 40 NGOs, farmer societies, and we required 45 lakh rupees fund for this. Now, this is the story of our farmers. This is the listing. I have listed the successful true stories of my farmers from the Madhya Pradesh. They are producing their seed from our technology, and the second is also vote of thanks of a farmer. They are producing. Nowadays, India needs a blue revolution because we are the second fish producing country throughout the world, and we need now a technology transformation because still we are working on a traditional systems. So we have also delivered our services during the COVID also, and this is the whole theme of my company, that we have to need to focus on the technologies. I have to spend my time because initially I have started my career as a farmer, and after that I know that what are the constraints of aquaculture, and I get all this from my farming experience. Thanks a lot.
2 minutes for questions.
2 minutes for questions.
So very encouraging, very encouraging. I just want to know, what about the cold chain? How you assure that how the farmers would be able to maintain the cold chain by the time it reaches its destination?
So actually our hatchery is not harvested. We are producing a fish seed, and you are talking about the harvest. That is a cold chain. So I would like to introduce the shrimp farming. Punjab is now the India's largest inland saline fish shrimp producing state, and our whole shrimp is transferred to the USA. We have well developed cold chain system, but not in fisheries, because fish farmers, they just know that this is a fish farming. We don't require any productive or any sophisticated system, but a shrimp farmer can understand the need and the techniques of fish farming or shrimp farming, and this is happening in our Punjab and in Haryana or Rajasthan.
So do you have any buyback policy?
Yes, sir. So many companies, they are giving buyback policies. I will give you the name. BMR, sir, is a Andhra company. They are giving a payback policy to the farmer. They are giving their feed, their seed, and they are also harvesting their whole production after the end of.
Would you be doing that as well?
Yes, sir. I am in touch with the VC of BMR because I have a great contact with the private limited companies, and we are producing a very good remark of shrimp production from the Fazilka, Abohor, Bathinda, Mansa.
How much are you asking for, at what valuation, and where are you going to use this money?
Because, sir, now we have only one workshop, but North India is a very bigger region. If I am talking about the Uttar Pradesh, I would like to deliver it within the 10 to 15 days.
How much are you asking for, what valuation, and where are you going to use it?
Sir, I will use it for the development of my workshop and for the development of my outlets, because I would like to available this to the farmers.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
What are you looking for?
Yeah.
What is your ask? You can just
Sir, I am just looking for 45 lakh rupees because I have already got 20 lakh rupees from the ABIC, but they are releasing only 8 lakh rupees during the first installment.
You can tell me about the valuation.
Thank you, sir, so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So are we able to call the next team?
have you done the scoring?
So we ready to call? Okay. Yeah. So next we have Dr. Swati and Gaurav Sharma from Punli Tech. Please come up. I'm sure Vandan must have told you that you get 8 minutes to pitch and then 2 minutes a question.
Hello.
Are you ready? Do you have your presentation up?
I need you to sit down.
Do we have the presentation up? Punli Tech. Okay, your time starts now.
Just a minute. That's
Achha,
not the
it's
first
not.
slide.
Achha, this is not.
Let them get to the
Okay,
first
okay.
slide. Excellent.
All right, now it
you
starts
can
now.
start.
Yeah, yeah.
Good luck.
Hello.
Very good evening.
Good evening, everyone. We are the team of Pune Tech from Shulini University. And my name is Gaurav. She is Dr. Swati. We are the co-founders of Pune Tech. And here we have about on total 4 members in our team. And yeah, so third co-founder is Dr. Nisha. She is in the microbiology, and she has more than 10 years of experience in the research. And here we have the advisor, Professor Saurabh Kulshrestha. He is having experience of more than 70 years in the research to develop the herbal formulations. So we are working on the problem of wastewater purification by using eco-friendly, novel, reusable herbal treatment. And this solution actually offers a very unique properties. So as you can see here, we have this dip bag. So in the form of dip bag, we are using it. You might have used those tea bags in your daily routine, like you used to drink, make the tea. And ultimately, we have similar kind of product here, but it ultimately purifies your water. And as it is highly effective, it can remove the bacteria, all the contaminants from your impure water. It is having very low cost. It means that to purify 1 liter of water, you just need to spend about on 15 to 20 paisa, not in terms of rupees, in terms of paisa. It is less than 1 rupees. And it is very portable. You can carry it everywhere, wherever you want to. And another thing is that it is very organic. It is eco-friendly because it is based on herbal treatment. And it is very scalable also. And it ultimately gives quick results. Within 5 minutes, you can purify your water. So here comes the innovation part. As we, in our journey, actually, as we explored the capability of our product, so So ultimately we came across its more novel property, which is the purification of the industrial dyes-based contaminated water. So suppose that if your water is contaminated with the chemicals or the industrial chemicals like dyes, hair dyes, so it can remove that also. As here you can see, this is the untreated water, and ultimately we have treated it and it is clear. Also we did some microbial tests where you can see that this is the untreated water. The plates are completely full of the microorganisms, but here you can see the microbial load is reduced and there are no microorganisms here. So ultimately it gives us the indication that it is having the huge potential to be used for social and business opportunity. And if we see the targeted market here, so as I said that we can use it for the grassroots communities and also for the industrial scale purposes. So suppose that if there is an industry, so we can target the Indian textile and hair dye industries here. And it can be also used by the agricultural communities, because what happens that if the industrial water is going to the soil or it is nearby the field, so it impacts the soil quality. So if that water is ultimately purified with a herbal powder which we have prepared here, so it can actually reduce the risk of soil contamination. So in India, the market size of the wastewater treatment is approx $3.981 billion US, and it is projected to reach approx $9 billion by 2027. Right now, after this, Dr. Swati will carry on. Thank you.
If we see the product features, our product is eco-friendly, nutritious, means no loss of nutrition, and then having the antibacterial property, and main feature is no requirement of electricity, and then easy to use. You can use this product in your pocket. Next slide, please.
Point it upwards.
You need to point it up.
You can give it to her.
If we talk about interest, investors and awards, so we received support from Shulini University, and then in 2020 we received fund from DEST, Department of Environment, Science and Technology, Government of Himachal Pradesh, and in 2022 we received funds from Henkel, that is Germany-based company. Next slide, please. So in future scalability, we achieved that targets. In 2020, we work on R&D process, and then in 2021, we standardize the protocol. Our product means we check the different parameters, like we check heavy metals that present in water, we check the microbial contaminants that present in domestic wastewater. So in 2021, we standardize these protocol kits, and then in 2022, development of water filter. So now to achieve a final product, our ask is 5 lakh rupees. Next slide, please. Now.
So in terms of resource optimization, as Dr. Swati said that we want to convert our prototype into the final product. So ultimately, with the help of funding, we want to reach that goal with by pursuing the research and development more. And then for the incubation, we need the infrastructure support to raise our startup more. And the third ship is the mentorship, as we want to purvey our product into the market. So ultimately, we need the marketing mentorship for the prospective actions. Thank you. Thank you so much.
2 minutes for question. First of all, you can also clean heavy metals from the water?
Yes, so if we talk about on the industrial wastewater, it contains different kinds of heavy metals.
The water will be drinkable after?
Yes, after it is drinkable, because we have conducted several tests after that, and the report ensures that the water is reusable, and it is also consumption based properties, because we also perform.
Get any certificate for the water?
Not right now. But we are into the process.
How many times I can use the same bed? With this product, how many times I can use?
So right now we have explored its property, so it is 2 times reusable.
Okay, and you said that
The bag,
2022?
the bag is for twice?
Yes, yes.
It twice, but depends what is the amount of water. So 2022, you said that we finished to develop the filter.
Yes.
What is the status? 2022 finished in 2 weeks.
No, so currently we are still pursuing that goal. Like initially we have developed the dip bag, and after that, as we received the funding from Henkel, so right now we are working for the development of the final filter.
With Henkel together?
Yes, for now.
With Henkel lab?
Yeah. We are pursuing our research within our lab.
Is there any certifications, like, you know, if you say it's a water purifier, so there must be some standards in terms of 99, 95 purity. Have you done that?
Yes. So.
Yes, sir.
So I was asking, are there any standards you have met to call it as a water purifier?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so according to HOOT standards, there are some permissible limits for the nutrients or for like micronutrients and for the other kind of parameters. And we have tested all those parameters like nitrogen, phosphate and all. And for other micronutrients, we have also conducted some in vivo study, which are animal studies. So the rats can actually drink and they are very healthy after drinking that.
But for this prototype, you don't have any certifications?
Not right now.
Can you get NSF? In your opinion, will you be able to get NSF?
Yes.
Certificate?
Sure.
You know what is NSF certificate?
Not right now.
Not right now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
I think
much.
probably you're going to be giving a tough time to AquaGuard.
Sure, sir.
And don't you think your what you're asking for is a little less, 5 lakhs?
So this is a minimum amount which we have asked for.
5 lakh.
And after that it can exceed.
But where is the India
We have to
negotiation
move
start
on
from
to the
30
next
and then
company.
reach to
Members
50?
of the jury, we have to move on to the next company.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Very good.
Thank you for the presentation.
So are we ready to call in the next team? Sharma from Woodbury.
Are we done with scoring, everyone?
So, as you're aware, you get 8 minutes to pitch and 2 minutes for question answer. So yeah, your time starts now.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Priyanshu and I'm representing Woodbury. We are an egg-based startup based out of IIT Guwahati campus, and we are looking for natural, plant-based, clean nutrient sources, and that's what we have been working for last almost 4 years now. And we have focused on vitamin D enhanced mushrooms. Now, I don't know how many of you are aware, but then almost 80% of Indian population is currently suffering from vitamin D deficiency. In fact, I'm so sure someone from you or your family might be taking some supplements on vitamin D. In fact, that's the reason why we have started moving on this. Plus, before going into it, quickly introduce my team. Well, I have my PhD in biotech with almost 18 years of experience in technology transfer and commercialization. My co-founder comes with almost 35 years of experience in corporate R&D, while my technical lead basically is done by Srimohi, who is an IIT graduate on food sciences. We also have a team of mentors and advisors, both from academia and industry. Well, coming to, the plant-based nutrients is something which is growing quite significantly and almost at around 14% CAGR. And most of the millennials, in fact, are now moving towards vegan food, and that's something motivated us to take this particular objective forward. And one of the major problem of vegan proteins is that we don't get complete protein. I'm not going into the technicality of it, but then what happens is mostly the pure proteins are from non-veg, while vegan sources, the options are quite less. It's mostly soya, while you don't get micronutrients for it, and it's slightly expensive as such also. So that's how we basically came down to mushrooms, because it's basically a complete protein. Apart from proteins, it also contains a good amount of fiber and antioxidants, and most importantly, vitamin D. In fact, it's the only vegan natural source of vitamin D, and that's what we have been working on. And as I told you, this is something, it's not only an Indian fact, but also globally, almost like, a good percentage of population is suffering from vitamin D deficiency, and you will have to either go for, say, artificial supplements or chemical supplements, because there are no natural supplements. And why basically, mushrooms, in fact, why doctors ask you to go to the sun is basically because we have a precursor molecule under our skin. When sunlight falls into it, that gets converted into vitamin D. It's very simple as such. And very interestingly, nature has blessed mushrooms with it, only mushrooms with it. And so that's the technology which we had perfected. In fact, we got some funds from BIREC, almost around a 50 lakh seed fund, through which we developed a technology where we can enhance vitamin D in mushrooms almost 400 times. And so much so that 100 grams of our produce can give you the daily recommended dose of as per the WHO guidelines. So, but then once we developed the technology, we went to the farmers to start production, but then there are a lot of issues regarding consistency and quality, because vitamin D, to test every batch of vitamin D, it would have been very difficult for us, because that's basically our USP. So now for that, we have developed a particular, again we got a funding to develop an IoT based device where this entire system is basically based out, everything in the farm we can be monitored in our labs over here, sitting in IIT Guwahati. And then this was basically, and not only that, we also did QR coding for tracing as well as for accountability of from the farmers. And by scanning the QR code, you can get to know from where exactly this particular mushrooms have basically come from. So basically we have a natural and vegan residue source for vitamin D. And another very important parameter is that vitamin D is fat soluble. So once you enhance vitamin D in mushrooms, once you dehydrate it, the concentration of vitamin D still remains over there almost the same. So that can be used for fortification of other food products. So that's how we have been moving towards. So quickly, quickly the progress till now, we have got the patent granted, we have a captive spawn unit, we have an IoT based system for QC, we have already 5 farmer clusters with us, or more than 500 farmers. And we also established the market linkages, and we have, in last around 18 months, we have generated more than 70 lakhs of revenue. So, the model is that we provide complete technology solutions to the mushroom farmers. We do a hand-holding of them and then ensure quality, and then finally do the sales and marketing of the product. So the revenue model is from where we basically get our money. It comes from the license fees, which we give it to the farmers. We produce spawns. And finally, yes, almost 80% of our revenue basically comes from our produce. So this is very quickly to give you an idea of the kind of produce that we have. And we have also taken care of all this packaging, our sustainable packaging. And currently we are doing almost around 200 units a day, and we are generating around 14,000 rupees per day. We have around 30 channel partners with us currently, through which we basically doing B2B2C model, which we are currently working on. If you look into our market segment, we have started off with retail and lifestyle stores. That is what we are currently doing. We have also started a bit of exports. The current focus is basically the soups, the pasta, and the fortified products which we are basically looking into. The targets which we have already started back in our R&D lab is the vegan meat or animal-free products, mushroom-based. So if you look into the potential as such, it's a huge market basically. And even if I just look into the beachhead market of Delhi NCR, where we have targeted around, say, 1,200 stores, the monetizable amount can be almost like around 88 crores. While considering just 400 of it, which we are targeting currently, we can estimate of around, we can get around a revenue of 28 crores. And we think it's possible because currently with around 30 stores, we are generating almost 50 lakhs. So this is what we have done till now. Right now we require fund infusion because till now we haven't done any promotion of our product, no exclusive promotion as such. That's where we are looking for funds. And yeah, we are looking for 80 lakhs, and the money basically will be used in 2 phases, where we are setting up the clusters for the farmer connects and the promotion, while the second phase will basically with the operational cost to scale it up. So this will be coming up in around 18 months time. So if you look at the roadmap, we started off in 2018. A good amount of time has gone into the R&D part, where we've perfected the technology. And then initially it was bootstrap, but then we got some funds from BIREC, as I had mentioned, and also a seed fund of 10 lakhs. And then finally, we are currently producing almost 100 kilos a day. We would like to scale it up further to almost around 1,000 kilos a day, and then we are also looking forward for other products as I was talking about. So this is basically what I had to talk about. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Members of the jury, 2 minutes, questions?
Yeah, with the fund that you are addressing, why you're not planning to do anything with marketing? Because from what I see, you need to do much more marketing campaign if you want to sell.
Right.
So how you are going to generate more leads?
Right. So that's exactly what we're doing right now, because as I was talking about, though we started off in 2018, a good amount of time has gone into our R&D and perfecting the technology. So we have started selling from around last year, around 2022 in fact. So till now we have generated around approximately in last almost a year and a half or around.
How much money are you going to invest in the next year in marketing?
We are planning to invest almost around 50 lakhs.
50 lakhs in marketing for 1 year?
Yeah, we have a plan for around 18 months. Around 18 months.
Enough for me.
Okay. So that's what we are starting off with now.
So as a farmer, if I want to approach you for a investment, if I want to set up a unit with you, how much would it cost?
The thumb rule is that for a 50 kilo per day unit, the investment will be something around 1.5 lakhs. That includes the vitamin D enhancement unit. But then what we do is, it can be retrofitted in an already existing mushroom plant. So suppose someone who is already having a mushroom plant, in that case the investment comes to almost around 60,000 or so.
So do you have a buyback as well?
We do a buyback with all our farmer arrangements. In fact,
so you got your first client.
And what is the ROI of the farmer? What is the ROI of the farmer?
The ROI will be less than 6 months.
So 1 lakh, 1.1 lakh investment, less than 6 months.
Less than 6 months. Because we are actually, what we are also doing is, because we are selling it in a premium, we are also sort of passing on that premium to the farmers. Like just to give an example, the mandi price, the mandi which we have, or the market which we have in, so it will be something around 100 rupees or 120 rupees a kilo. We normally give them slightly premium for around 20 to 30%.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
One second, I have a question. Excuse me. Yeah.
No,
so I do basically
we can take this offline.
No, I just want to address this. Just take me 1 second.
I'm sorry, I'm very sorry.
No.
We're on a very tight schedule, and you're welcome to ask afterwards. We need to move on with the last presentation.
Thank you so much. Yeah, sure.
So are we done with the scoring?
Yes, we can move ahead. We'll take a minute. You need the presentation up. Good luck.
Thank you.
You need to point it to
develop it's important that I mention yet again that there's no meaning to the order of presentations. It's purely the luck of the draw. So let's start. Good luck.
Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Prithpal Singh. I am the co-founder and the CEO of FarmCult. Today I have with me my colleague and the next co-founder, Varnika Goel. So together we are building FarmCult, which is a bootstrapped agri-tech startup growing chemical-free vegetables in tech-enabled hydroponics farms. So we are trying to build a D2C brand which is solving the supply chain challenges by decentralizing the production and growing food closer to the consumption areas. So a brief about ourselves. I am an MBA graduate, MBA marketing from IMT Nagpur. I happen to be a third generation farmer. I was raised in a family who has been into agriculture for the last 50 years. I always wanted to do something in this field and diversify from the prevalent monocropping culture in Punjab. Tane Goel is our advisor who happens to be a serial entrepreneur. He has successfully started and scaled multiple startups.
Good evening everyone, I'm Varnika. I also belong to a corporate background and I did my MBA. My story to be a part of Farm Cult is a little bit personal because 2 years back my sister was diagnosed with cancer, and then I identified what is the importance of having clean and healthy food. It was essential for us to get hands to fresh food, and which is why I joined Farm Cult.
Okay, so let's look at the key challenges that we are trying to solve. Today, there is excessive use of chemicals and pesticides, because of which the food that the end consumers get is chemical laden, and it is giving rise to a lot of health problems. And not only is the food contaminated, because of this excessive use of chemicals, the soil health has depleted. So much so that today, to grow food without these pesticides and chemicals in the soil, it has become practically impossible. Also, our farm to fork supply chain is fragmented. Today we have multiple interventions between the farm gate and the end consumer, as a result of which almost 60% of the revenue is being pocketed by the middlemen. And because of these long haul distances between the farm gate and the end consumer, the freshness quotient is lost. Also, there is a lack of trusted brand when it comes to fresh produce. Today, if we have to buy a pair of shoes, we will probably buy a Nike or an Adidas because there is some brand value associated with the brand. But when it comes to food, fresh food, we don't have, or we have very limited brands. Today we know who our advocate is if we need legal advice. Today if we fall sick, we know who our doctor is, but we don't know who our farmer is. And something as important as food, which we consume thrice a day, we don't know where it is coming from. So how are we solving these problems? So to eradicate the use of chemicals and pesticides from the growing, we use soil-less farming, which is being fueled by IoT sensors, which help us to automate growing and help us to optimize utilization of the scarce resources that we have. Water today, as we know, is becoming a scarce resource. If you look at Punjab, our water tables are decreasing. So water is an essential source, and in our growing model, we use only 10% of the water as compared to traditional farming. So we've delayed the farm to fork supply chain. We are working on a farm to fork model. The end consumers receive harvested produce within 24 hours of the harvest. Farm Cult is a D2C brand which we are building, which resonates with freshness and quality. So how do we monetize these solutions into a business? So what we are doing is we are integrating urban farming and urban real estate. We are trying to utilize the unutilized space lying vacant in the urban areas to cater to the growing demand which is coming from this region. So what will fuel the growth of this business? So 10 years down the line, more than 70% of the populations will be living in the urban areas, which means there will be a huge load of demand from this region. Also, we saw, especially after the recent pandemic, the demand for clean and pesticide-free food has increased. And the growth in the digital literacy and e-commerce facilitation has enabled people to order anything with a click of a button. So there is a growth in online purchases.
So how are we making money? Essentially, Farm Cult is establishing an end-to-end sustainable urban farming ecosystem. What we do is we design and set up a smart urban farm. Then we run and operate end-to-end operations from growing to harvesting to packaging, and finally establishing market linkages and packaging the food for the end customer. And then we share our revenues with our farm partners. So this year we actually set up our first project. We partnered with Gropital, a company who wanted to set up a smart urban farm in Chandigarh and actually service the growing urban population in Chandigarh and Tri-City. We designed the entire farm for them. It has a capacity of 10,000 plants. We're running the end-to-end operation, and by the end of this financial year, we're actually clocking a revenue of $13,000. We've created market linkages in terms of B2C and B2B channels for them, which is split across here.
So this is the market opportunity that lies in front of us. We've taken the example of Chandigarh Tri-City. So there are around 4 lakh families living in this region, if we consider 25% of this population which is inclined towards having fresh and chemical-free produce, we have an opportunity to serve at least 10,000 families with an average ticket size of $15 per week. So what gives us the edge? We are an end-to-end solution provider, be it designing of the farm, setting up of the farm, till the market linkages, we are providing everything. We have the technical know-how and the expertise to set up, manage and run large-scale farms. We are working on a demand-led model. Since we are directly connected with the end consumer, we know what to grow, how much to grow, and when to grow. So, and we are also working on short supply chains to make sure that we deliver only fresh produce to the end consumers. This is the current market position vis-a-vis our competition. Farmizon and Simply Fresh are two prominent players in the southern part of India, and Zomato Hyperpure has recently come into the picture. So these are a few accolades. This year we got featured in Economic Times, National Print Media. We got an award for innovative farming model by the local Deputy Commissioner of Ropar. A Netherlands-based media house, Vertical Farm Daily, published our story. And we are also incubated at AgHub Hyderabad, which is an AgTech-focused business incubator. So this is how the roadmap looks like. So we are 2022, this is where we are right now. We are successfully running a farm with a capacity of 15,000 plants. And going forward, this is what we plan to achieve. And I think you missed that. So this is the money that we are trying to raise, which will help us with our operations in the next 2 years, 40% of which will go in the operating expenses. 50% will be allocated to...
Okay. Very much. So we are open for questions.
See, this is very encouraging again. So what is the minimum area you require for a poly house?
So we are setting up both poly houses and indoor vertical farms. So I was the first one to set up an indoor vertical farm in Punjab. So we can convert this room into a farm or a vacant outdoor space lying. So we can start with as small as 200 square meters.
So a canal of land.
A canal of land.
To set up a poly house, what would it cost a farmer?
So it depends on what type of crop he wants to grow. If he wants to grow wine crops or the leafy crops. So the infrastructure will depend on the type of crop.
It's very encouraging again.
Thank you.
How are you going to sell it in the market? Because the hydroponics or any other solution is increasing the price of the product in around 200%. Who is your customer?
So we have both B2B and B2C customers. In B2B, we have signed contracts for the entire year, and these are the places which are trying serving.
If I will give you a land and I will give you $1 lakh,
yeah,
you will insure the sale?
Yeah, from end to end, everything, whatever we grow right now is sold, and we are sold out for the next 1 year. And we are giving decent rate of return to the investors who are our farm partners.
Okay. One last question.
Yeah. About the cool chain. This require the cool chain, so how you...
Ma'am, since we are working on a farm to fork model, and which is a demand-led model, so we harvest according to the demand. We plan our crop cycles in such a way that we do not harvest which is not being sold. We need cold chains when we harvest something and it is not getting sold. That is when we need to store the produce. But if we are working on a farm to fork model, we plan our crop cycles in such a way that whatever is harvested is being sold.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We have to stop.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you all. Thank you.
So we will take around a 10 minutes break. We can collate and then we will rejoin at 7:30 with our next program. Sorry, then 7:40. Yeah, so another 10 minutes.
I think 5 minutes is more than enough. Everybody's great at the companies, and all we need to do is give it to you. And
yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
All of us
And
looks like
if
your kids.
The startups want to come.
The startups are also coming.
Maybe you can go in the middle there, behind me.
आप आगे हाँ जी ready
Hey, smile.
yes please hi smile yes yeah thank you
Thank you. I want to say something before we go to all of the finalists, okay? Before we go into the next room. Regardless, I don't know what the results are. I didn't look, okay? I honestly don't know. Two of the gentlemen from Thai, the vice president and the, where are you? Anyway, who saw you at the semi-finals were amazed by what you have achieved in the last few days and the way you presented today. I'm very, very proud of each and every one of you, regardless of what the
लुधियाना में श्रेया से 3-4 प्लान्स हैं सबमिशन भी है
This is very interesting. He's one. Mayan is one of the. By the first Nobel is also Israeli.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, His Excellency, Ambassador Noor Gillon, Mr. Sibin C, Director Industries and Commerce Punjab, and State Nodal Officer for Startup Punjab, Mr. Robin Agarwal, President Thai Chandigarh, Ms. Shani Rappaport, Head of Diplomacy, Israel in India, Mr. Doron Gidoni, Innovation Attaché, Embassy of Israel, Advocate Nawaz Faraski Sofer, Board Member, CEO and Consultant, Mr. Harit Mohan, Vice President Thai Chandigarh, Mr. S.K. Arora, Joint Secretary Thai Chandigarh, Mr. Gaurav Vishisht, General Secretary Thai Chandigarh, our esteemed jury members, Ms. Vered Mirzari, Partner and Chief Business Officer KFM, Mr. Mayan Mullah, Founder Waterchain, Mr. Harkirat Singh Ahluwalia, Founder Citrus County, Mr. Rajneesh Jha, Founder and CEO Wellington, and Mr. Sukhmeet Singh, CEO A2P Energy and Energy Harvest, and our other esteemed guests from Israel and our Thai members. I welcome you all to this grand finale, and I would now request Mr. Harit Mohan, Vice President, Thai Chandigarh, to do the welcome note, please.
Thank you very much, Anjum, and everybody, thank you for coming in today. We have an excellent show here. I can see the house full, so thanks for everybody for coming in here and encouraging the main motive for today, which was to encourage the startups that we have fostered for the last 3 months since we incepted on the program. I think we started not so long back in September when we wanted to, look into the theme of sustainability, look out for agri-tech and space, agri-tech, water tech, and a lot of airspace technology. And I think we have come to a huge way ahead. And I think a lot of people have contributed. I should start by, welcoming our chief guest of today, Mr. Noor Gillon. So thank you so much, for coming in today and, giving us your thoughts today. I think he's a tremendous personality. We had an earlier chance to, listen to him, and he talked about really a good amount of things about research, innovation, agriculture, horticulture, quantum computing and whatnot. So I think a lot of going in Israel and the relationship that Israel has with India. Then we also would like to welcome the entire team from Israel who have come in, especially our friend Doron Nawa, who have arrived here 2 days ago to help in, and thank you so much. I think we had a wonderful opportunity to listen to the startups. And I would also like to extend my warm welcome to Mr. Sivansi. Thank you so much, sir, for joining in. Mr. Sivansi has been, Director of Industries and Commerce with Punjab and the Nodal Officer for Startup Punjab. And I think a very versatile and diverse personality. He has helped a lot. They also a co-sponsor of the event today. Thank you so much, sir. This would have not been possible with your kind support. And thank you, Patrick, sir, for joining in. It's really good to see you again, and with a perfect audience today to have it. And thank you so much for joining in. And then I would like to extend my warm welcome to all the other guests from Israel, Punjab government, the esteemed juries. Your kind support was really appreciative. I think we had a good, tough competition, so the results will be out shortly. They have combined in, but I'm sure that it haven't been very easy for jury to judge a lot of startups that they presented there. And finally, I would also like to extend welcome to all the charter members of TiE Chandigarh for making this day very good and important for us. And I would probably end up by saying this. So we had a presentation. Maybe if we can have that. I wanted to talk about the journey that we had. So if you have the journey presentation, please. In the meantime, I think I would also like to mention about Nawa and Doron and Shani and a lot of people who have come in, and I think it was a compliment for a lot of you that the startups that we heard in the semi-finals and the way they have come up in the finals is very good, and I think a lot of special acknowledgement goes to you guys. And finally, I would like to extend my welcome to all the sponsors, all our program supporters, stakeholders, core team of Israel and TiE Chandigarh, and that's been a fantastic journey so far. I will just take a minute of yours further to explain you about the journey from where we have begun and where we have reached on the screen right now. So I think the talk started mid this year with Doron. And I think we were also in touch with Israel since the last year when they visited on a delegation in TiE Chandigarh. So we started off 27th September, we announced the program. We had a very good boot camp on 3rd November where Doron and Shani visited, and AIC ISV was the host, and Guru was very helpful in helping us from ISV to host this event. And further in, you would see that we had on 14th November we screened about so we had a 48 qualified semi-finalists that came in at the boot camp. We shortlisted 6 from the semi-finals, and then we, on 6th December, with help of Nawa, we mentored these for the last 3 days, 3 hours relentlessly with their team. And today, 8th December, here we are, everybody. We had a good chance to listen to all of the finalists today. And the data on the shortlist is below. So we have a good state representation. I'll just read the top 3-4 states. I'm not sure we can read it till the end. So I'll read out. So we got 11 applications from Punjab, 10 from Maharashtra, and then Haryana and Himachal had and Uttar Pradesh had 4 each, and then 1 and 2 each from other states of India. So total applications that qualified for the boot camp, this totaled about 48. And we had good female representation in the panel. So we saw about 19% of these 48 startups actually made, and 81% was male-led startups. So it's a good start, and we started seeing the good female faces also. And the category-wise distribution that we saw in the program is in the right side cornermost pie. The people who cannot see it at the end, probably the agri-tech was 37%, followed by sustainability startups, which was about 27%, and then water, energy for 15 and 8% each. And going to the next slide, please. So you would see this is where we are now. Today, 6 startups has presented, and I think keeping our fingers crossed for all the startups who will win a cash prize of 1 lakh rupees and a lot of other benefits. And I was talking to a few investors who were also listening to them. This was part of the package, and they have shown a lot of interest, and all 6 of them are invited to talk to the angel network that we have at TiE, and congratulations to all of you, at least from that sense getting the chance to promote. So without taking further long ado, I'll take a break here. We have a good evening further, and thank you so much everybody for joining in. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Harik. for that. And as rightly said, we are very fortunate to have you all this evening. This would not have been possible without our principal sponsor, Embassy of Israel, our co-sponsors, Startup Punjab and Watergen and Burlington. Thank you so much, gentlemen. So moving ahead, I would now request Mr. Mayan Mullah for his address.
So first of all, good evening everyone, and of course dear members of TAI Chandigarh, all the honored guests that are here with us today. My name is Mayan. I'm a partner and the CEO of Watergen India these days, and a founder and owner of other companies in India and globally. So first I would like to thank you for Doron for the invitation, and Mr. Naor for inviting me to be part of the judge group of this grand final event in between Israel and TAI Chandigarh together. I will speak as an entrepreneur, as an investor, and as a businessman with experience, several years of experience in the local market in India and as well as the global market, with tons of failures and a little bit success from time to time. I can say for the group of the finalists, this journey for you and for me will never end. It started someday and it will never end. I choose to speak about Watergen because Watergen representing the sustainability, environmentally friendly, and innovation in a very, very high level. At Watergen, our innovation technology taps into the atmosphere to provide drinking water for people everywhere, from the most rural village communities to the commercial office buildings to private house. At Watergen, like every startup that started 13 years ago, some group of people woke up with some idea. At the beginning, it sounds like a crazy idea, but in the end, they push that idea and develop a new technology and develop the innovation that today, after 13 years, we have become the global leader in the development and implementation of the water from air solution. We can say that Watergen today is the pioneer in that market. Thank you. Watergen working today in more than 90 countries globally, and it's a huge number. It's the largest company in that segment, the AWG segment, with a revenue, with a turnover of $850 million from this year, 2022, and we believe that next year will be almost double. And all of that is just because our global patent, the Genius technology. I will not explain about the Genius technology, but if someone wants, I can explain him later. So I'm asking you, who else can understand how important is the sustainability better than Watergen? And I personally feel happy that such innovative, initiative are taking with the combined effort between Israel embassy or the Israeli government in the end, and with TAI Chandigarh. And I think it's a great opportunity for all of us to learn how we can do many things together and share experience from the global market in India. Where the motive of this, the motive is to find the promising new startup from all over India. And that's amazing. In my point of view, after 6 years in India, it's really impressive. And I don't think it's happened before. It's the time that every one of us need to take a responsibility and try to save the natural resource that we have on Earth, and to help to all of us to create a better world, a better living for ourselves with a better health and life. I would be can and to extend any of my support, personal support and watergen support for any startup or any organization in India. And yes, it's kind of a statement that focusing on sustainability, and we will try to help in any way that is possible. So please feel free to contact me for anything. And thank you everyone for coming here today. And the last thing I would like to say to our group of finalists, no matter how many times you fail, never give up, because that's the only way to success. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mullah, for those words of encouragement. Great work done by you and your company. And as he rightly said, that never stop trying, no matter till you succeed, no matter how many times you fail. I would now request Ms. Nawa Sorowski to please come up and say a few words. So she has been with the startups for the last 3 days, mentoring them, teaching them, and grooming them. Over to you, Nawa.
Good evening, everyone. It's extremely exciting to see the fruit of the work we've done so extensively over the last few days, presented here on the stage so well, so eloquently, and really a round of applause to each and every one of these 6 groups who did us all proud. I realized today, because I managed to steal 2 hours, don't look at me, Dawn, I'm on a very tight schedule, but to steal 2 hours to see the primary tourist attraction of Chandigarh, the rock garden. And when I went through the rock garden, I realized that there's a very good reason why we are all standing here talking about sustainability. You've got repurposed sacks and repurposed plugs and bits of broken crockery and all of that in that really magnificent place. And I was thinking, it's not for nothing that this is what we're discussing in this part of the world. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm proud of each and every one of you. I look forward to greater collaboration with Israel. I hope to see many of you in Israel. Thank you, Mr. Ambassador, for putting all of this, making this happen. Thank you, Shani and Doron, the public diplomacy group at the Israeli Embassy, who really put it all together. Friends at Thai, who've been the most gracious of hosts. Thank you very much. I may come back. It's been too much fun. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nawa. I would now request Ms. Ritika Singh, Chair for Thai University, to please come up and do the honors to Nawa. A gratitude of token for Nawa. Nawa, please step up on the stage. So we could step on the stage so we can have a nice picture.
I've got lots of gifts and all those beautiful flowers.
I would now request Mr. Ashok Mehta, MD, to please come step up on stage to honor Mr. Mayan Mullah. Please come, sir. So now we move to the most interesting part of our evening, the awards to the winners. So any guesses? Any guesses who would the winner be?
Me.
You are a winner. Absolutely. So which of the startups is hoping that they will? I'm sure everyone is. So I will not keep the suspense for long. And before I announce the winners, a very special shout out to our ecosystem partners, ICER, C. Chitkara, Innovation Mission Punjab, our hosting partner ISB, and STPI Mohali. So, okay, so I will announce the first runner-up. So the first runner-up is Equine Biosciences. To facilitate our awardees, I will request Ambassador Norgilon, Mr. Sibin C, Mr. Robin Agarwal, and Mr. PJ Singh to please step up on stage.
थोड़े से छड़ दें.
So I request you gentlemen to please stay on stage to do the honors. So now the winner. Now any guesses? Okay, so
You have to be in the middle. You're the celebrity.
very nice. Congratulations. Many, many congratulations. So I would now request Mr. Doron Gidoni, Innovation Attaché Embassy Israel, to please step up. So, you know, he has been, like, it has been tireless. He's worked tirelessly for this. Day and night he has been on it. No, I tell you. So, Mr. Doron. Thank you so much for being such a support. So may I request Ms. Shani Rappaport, the head of diplomacy, to please step up on stage. So this competition would not have been, possible without our esteemed jury. Miss Beren Fazari, please step up on stage. Thank you so much. May we request Mr. Ratnesh Jha to please come on stage. Mr. Harkirat Singh, may we have you on stage, please? I think he's left. Mr. Sukhmeet Singh. So as I mentioned before, this would not have been possible without our hosting partner. They put in so much in this. So I would request Mr. DNV Guru to please step on stage as a guest of honor. So sincere thanks to our ecosystem partners, Mr. Piyush Garg from C. Chitkara. Mr. Somveer Anand from Innovation Mission Punjab.
Dressed for the outside, sorry. There's an overcoat which you haven't seen, by the way, so sorry.
Yes. Thanks.
Mr. Sitendra Singh, CEO ISA. TPI ISA.
Hi, sir.
Mr. Ajay Srivastava, Director STPI Mohali. Mr. Divya Pritwani, CEO ISBAIC. Is Isha or Harshit, maybe they can collect on his behalf. Is anyone here from AIC? So, okay. So I thought maybe Guru, you could do the honor. We have the participants. So the rest of the participants, please step up on stage for your participation certificates. Amandeep Srivastava. Mr. Govinda Sonamane. Dr. Swati and Gaurav Sharma. Vipal Singh and Varnika Goyal. Thank you so much. Congratulations to everyone, and all the best to Varnika, Pritpal and Varnika. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations to everyone, and wishing you all the best. Thank you so much, sir. And I would request Mr. Sibin to please stay on stage. So Mr. Sibin C, IS Secretary cum Director, Industrial and Commerce, Government of Punjab, is also State Startup Nodal Officer and heading the Startup Punjab. So Startup Punjab has been entrusted building a strong ecosystem for nurturing innovation and to ensure necessary convergence and synergy in various central and state programs promoting innovation, entrepreneurship and startups. So they are driving initiatives to help grow the startups in all possible ways. And in fact, Startup Punjab has recognized and registered close to 80 startups and have dispersed a seed grant of almost 93 lakhs. So I will now request Mr. Sibin C to please say a few words. Thank you.
Very good evening to Excellency and all the dignitaries today present in the function. It is my pleasure to come today for the function and address you all. We are very thankful to Israel Embassy as well as the State of Israel for doing this favor to us and sponsoring this function. And Thai Chandigarh also worked. They normally work in close coordination with us. So I'm happy to be a part of this function. And my congratulations to all of the participants today. And quite happy that 3 of the participants are from Punjab. So, being as a state nodal officer for the startup, today I'm attending the second function. One was by the Innovation Mission Punjab in the morning. So we had around 15 startup pitching for the funding, and today we have another got 3. So as you know, the startup ecosystem in Punjab is in the initial stages, but with the progressive implementation of various policies, we were able to improve our startup ecosystem, and now we got a leaders category of ranking in the total startup ranking by the Government of India. So I am hopeful that with the implementation of various reforms, as well as with the active participants and active outreach activities, we will be able to develop a proper ecosystem. And we are greatly looking forward to Israel's trade, because Israel is one of the leading startup ecosystem in the world. So apart from the US Silicon Valley, we normally used to have some kind of visit arranged by the Government of India to the Israel for study of the startup ecosystem. So I'm greatly looking forward, and will be happy to associate with the Israel Embassy for doing a visit by our delegation to the Israel to study the startup ecosystem. And His Excellency has already agreed to that, so we will be in touch with them. And thank you once again to the TAI as well as the organizers of this function. Excellently done, and congratulations to all the winners. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Great words of encouragement. I would now request Mr. Robin Agarwal to please step up on stage and felicitate Mr. Siddhansi.
Hi, sir.
Thank you so much. So I will now request His Excellency Ambassador Nor Gilon to please step up on stage for the keynote. Thank you.
Keynote, I will say I speak very shortly. I think before I tired everyone anyhow speaking about Israel too much. We are celebrating now, India and Israel, 30 years to the full diplomatic relations. It's a very happy year. We are doing a lot of activity. I think that in the last 5-6 years, India-Israel relations have picked up tremendously after the visits of Prime Minister Modi in Israel and then Prime Minister Netanyahu here in the years 2017 and 2018. And innovation is a big part of our cooperation. First and foremost, because for Israel, innovation is more than 50% of our export and economy. And secondly, because India has a huge potential for cooperation from our standpoint. First of all, because we have brilliant people, like we saw here before, developing their own technology. And secondly, because India is a huge market, is a like-minded country for Israel in the way we think. I can tell you that when Dr. Jai Shankar went to Israel last October, I had the privilege to escort him. And we went to then Prime Minister of Israel, Naftali Bennett, who was himself and had a startup exit in New York. In NASDAQ he did his, and he said that his company, when they moved to New York, they had many multinationals, but the two nationals that got along the best were the Indians and the Israelis in the team. And I can just understand what he said, because I have the same feeling here. And I'm especially proud that we are going to the field of sustainability, because at the end of the day, we as people, as parents and grandparents, our duty is to live a better, more sustainable and better world for our children than what we got when we came in. And I think that's what we are doing together. In this project, there are two main elements. One is to create awareness to sustainability, to innovation, to everything that we are doing here. And the second is to, and in this, by the way, supporting the local ecosystem. And the second one is to find good startups and good technologies that will help us make this world a better place. So I'm, first of all, the finalists, I hope you enjoyed. Nava is a young, old friend of mine, young friend of many years. I don't know how to say it diplomatically. She's a young friend of many years, and I really thank you for coming. It's not the first time Nava is mentoring. She has vast experience in this field. I think that every time that you pitched, you already improved yourself, because you have to prepare yourself, you have to think of what is the message, what is the way you're going forward, what is technology. So I think by that, even if those who didn't win, I think you earned a lot, and I'm sure you learned a lot from Nava. I would like to thank Secretary and everyone involved with it. First of all, Chandigarh is a beautiful city. I enjoy every time I come here. Unfortunately, this time, Nava has 2 hours, free 2 hours. I had nothing. But I already did the rock art and other elements, but I would have loved to do that again. But Thai Chandigarh, wonderful partners. Without partners, we cannot work. We are far away, we are small. Partners is the whole story. ISB, which also hosted me today to hear again about Israel, all the time speak. Nava, I mentioned, and especially, probably most of all, you know, the privilege of an ambassador is coming and cutting the ribbon. There was a lot of work done until the ribbon is cut. And this is Doron and Shani from our team who are doing a wonderful job. And thank you very much. And I hope you enjoyed the evening. And most praises should go, of course, to the competitors and to the finalists and to the winners. So let's work together, India, Israel, to make this place a better world and our peoples to live in better prosperity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And we look forward to many, many collaborations between Thai, Punjab government, Embassy of Israel, and all our sponsors and ecosystem partners. I would now again request Mr. Robin Agarwal, President Thai Chandigarh, to come and do the felicitations for Mr. Naur.
Third one.
Will they let me on the plane with all the flowers?
With now many members.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you very
So we're very fortunate. Thank you so much, sir. So we're very fortunate to have a very special guest amongst us. That's Mr. General Counsel, Mr. Patrick Herbert with us. So I would request sir to please step up on stage.
Thank you, Patrick.
And this is for you for joining us this evening and making this evening even more special.
Everyone likes the Canadians, I'm telling you.
Sorry for this, sometimes this happens.
Thank you so much. So I would now request Mr. Robin Agarwal, President Thai Chandigarh, to please give the vote of thanks.
Thank you all for being with us today. Right, as Ambassador said, sustainability is business today. Right, sustainability cannot be treated outside business. And the real stars of this evening are the startups which participated in this entire process. And it's a commitment of Thai Chandigarh to take you forward with your funding and mentoring. So we will work with you during the entire process now to take you forward. And this is a commitment that Thai Chandigarh has given to all of you. We also like to honor one of us, Mr. Advait, right? We also have the fortune of being here on the stage, and we have some people from Thai members who have worked really hard to make this happen along with the Israeli team.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us this evening, and thank you so much for being with us throughout this 3-month long journey. I would now request everyone to please step out. So we have a special arrangement for networking, drinks and dinner at the pool side. So you just step out from here and turn left.
Mama היית איש גדול, עכשיו אתה לא רואים אותך.
Of course we should come for it. Done. Done. Perfect. This is the plan.
How much I have asked
now I'll come to you next.
I really enjoyed it.